Hello my friends, I am Kyle, and here on my channel I bring you real English that you can understand. And I bring it to you in a way that is fun. It's fun and you can learn not only English but also about all kinds of other topics, okay? Guys, I have more than 600 videos on this channel, so believe me, if there's almost any topic you could think of, there's probably already a video about it here, okay? So please guys, check out those older videos because it's a gold mine of English content, all right? So guys, today, I just want to have a little bit of fun, okay? We're just gonna have some fun, and this is the kind of conversation you might have when you're bored sitting around with your friends. Hey dude, if you could have any superpower, what kind of superpower would you have? Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about today. Not just one, I'm going to choose 3 superpowers that I would have if I could have any superpowers. So guys, when you ask somebody this, what do they say? Oh, I wanna fly. Shh. I wanna fly, or I want super strength, or I want to be invisible, okay? Things like that. How boring. That's boring. Everybody says that. And here on this channel, we are not like everybody, okay? We think differently. So, I tried my best to think of 3 out of the box superpowers. Out of the box means that it's not normal, okay? To think outside of the box is to think of things that are not typical to think of, okay? So thinking out of the box is trying to find extraordinary superpowers in this case, okay? So the 3 superpowers that I would choose. First, I would choose to have the superpower of speaking every language on earth. Because in my opinion, speaking a different language really is a superpower. Think about it, guys. If you don't know a certain language and you hear 2 people speaking it, blah, 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 it's just noise. But if you study and you learn, you spend the time figuring that language out, you can understand those sounds that mean absolutely nothing to somebody who did not learn the language. That's just incredible to me, guys. So this is something I noticed the other day. For a long time, I haven't practiced my French, okay? But in the last couple weeks, I decided I was going to get back into it, so I've been listening to a podcast, and I understand like 90% of this podcast, okay? It's an intermediate French podcast. But I showed it to my wife and she's like, I don't understand anything to it, okay? Or she doesn't understand anything in the podcast. So for somebody who has not learned the language, it's just noise. But because I passed the time learning it, I can understand it. Those noises have meanings, and that sounds like a superpower to me. So my first superpower would be to have the power to understand anybody in any language on the whole earth. And I just think that would be so cool. I could go anywhere and connect, make real meaningful friendships, have real experiences anywhere I go. And when you speak somebody's language, you never know what kind of experience you'll have. You never know what kind of conversations you'll have. You'll never know who you meet, what stories they have to tell. And that's really why I love language learning and why I spend my time here helping you guys learn this language that I'm speaking. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years ago, the sounds I'm making right now would have sounded like blah, 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 right? But you have spent the time. So now you're starting to understand. How cool is that? So number 1, be able to speak and understand any language on earth. I think that would be awesome. Second, out of the box superpower. I would have the ability to learn anything 100 times faster than the normal average person. Okay? I don't want to just know everything because that's no fun. Learning is the experience, and the experience is the adventure, right? I just wish that I could learn and absorb information 100 times faster than normal. Now, I already know all the languages from my first superpower, so I won't waste time with those. But an example, I could take 2 weeks of a martial arts class, and I would have 200 weeks worth of experience, which is 4 years of martial arts. And believe me guys, that makes a big difference. So I could, spend 2 weeks in jiu-jitsu, 2 weeks in kickboxing, 2 weeks in Muay Thai, 2 weeks at a good American boxing gym, 2 weeks with some good wrestlers. And guys, I would be an incredible fighter. I could spend a week at a salsa class and I would be an intermediate salsa dancer, okay? I could spend a month playing piano and I would sound beautiful when I played. How cool would that be, guys? To me, that would just be awesome, you know? To be able to learn anything fast. Oh, guys, after a year, being able to speak all those languages and having the ability to learn so many things, I would just spend every 2 weeks that year learning a new cool skill, and by the end of that year, I would be the most interesting person on earth, and that in itself would be a superpower. So I'd be able to speak every language, I'd be able to learn anything like that, and I'd be the most interesting person alive. Because I know how to do so many awesome things, I could connect with any person in their language, and I've had so many experiences that I could talk to them and relate to them based on their hobby, because chances are I've done something in the last year that they're interested in. That sounds pretty awesome. And the last one, guys, which is by far the most important to me, I would be able to heal people. Okay, and this one, the other two were selfish. Okay, selfish, which means that it only helps me. I'm only thinking about myself on those other two, right? But this one is selfless, which means you're thinking about everybody else, but not about yourself. So this third power that I would choose is selfless, okay? And I would choose to be able to heal anybody, okay, of any condition. So, you know, I would just go around performing miracles. I would go into hospitals and find somebody who has their family surrounding them. Everybody's crying like, oh no, my mom's gonna die of this cancer, you know, something terribly sad. I would walk in there, put my arm on her shoulder and say, ma'am, why are you in this hospital bed? Get up and go home. Your family loves you. And it would just, boom, she would be healed. Or guys, I see a lot of times around here, there's a lot of people you see walking around. They're super skinny, their hair's all messed up, maybe they don't have teeth, you know they're drug addicts. But where does that come from? It comes from years of abuse, you know, parents who were terrible to them. Something happened in their life that made them that way. I would heal those people. And guys, I would just spend the rest of my life going around connecting with people, having these awesome experiences, and whenever I came across somebody who needed healing, I would heal them, and then I would use my other two powers to connect with them, and I would just go around and make the world such a better place. And that would be my mission for the rest of my life. Go around helping people, connecting, you know, just doing incredible things and meeting incredible people and saving the people who cannot enjoy life because of the condition they're in. So, yeah, that would be what I would do, guys. Those would be my 3 superpowers. So, guys, your homework assignment for today, your homework, because every class, every good class has homework, right? Write down in the comments what would be the number 1 superpower that you would choose. What superpower would you like to have if you could have any superpower? Guys, I really look forward to reading what you say. So do me a favor, write a comment down below, give the video a thumbs up. All right, guys, thank you for spending these few minutes with me and having this silly, fun, entertaining conversation with me, okay? I hope that this little bit of English made your day a little bit better and helped you go just a little bit further on your English learning journey. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Como siempre, muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto. Are you still there? Did you watch until the very end? If you watched until the very end of this video, I thank you. I'm grateful for that. Got a little bonus for you guys. So I wanted to just share something with you guys. I like to tell you guys what's going on in my life, the things that I'm trying to do, you know, hobbies or skills I'm trying to learn, things like that. I used to play guitar, and for several years I kind of quit. You know, some difficult things were going on in my life. I had so many other things to do, so guitar got pushed to the side. Lately I've been thinking I would like to make music again. So I went and I bought a guitar. This guitar I bought, it's used, okay? Second hand, which means somebody else owned it before me. It's not an expensive guitar at all, it's cheap. It's got a little bit of damage here, the neck is cracked. I hope it's gonna last though. It sounds pretty good. And surprisingly, I still remember the chords. Still remember most of the chords, so that's cool. I still remember how to do a scale, and a scale is just something you do to train your fingers and to start learning about music theory, they call it. So I've been trying really hard to remember the songs I used to know and learn a couple of new ones. I remember that one, Johnny Cash, his cover of the song Hurt. What else do I remember? That was something that I wrote a long time ago, guys, and I wrote lyrics to it too. And it took me so long. I had to sit and think for like hours, guys, to try and remember the lyrics, but I finally remembered them. I'm not a good singer, so I'm not gonna sing it. What else? That was one of the first things I ever learned. The little introduction to Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. What else, guys? What else? What have I been trying to learn? Oh, I'm trying to learn When Doves Cry by Prince. That song has been stuck in my head lately. So how's that go? Oh, so there's this little part where you tap. And then what's after that? I just learned, oh, E minor. Then F. Alright guys, I'm trying to learn that one, so give me a break. Don't judge me too hard, okay? But anyway, the point is, I got a guitar. I've really enjoyed picking it back up and playing. You know, sometimes I'll just be watching TV and just mess around, get my fingers going again. Just doing the little stuff like the scales, or practicing switching between chords, stuff like that. yeah, guys, just wanted to share that with you because it's something that I'm looking forward to putting some time into and getting good. My goal with this, guys, is to get good enough to where I can just jam, play with another guitarist. You know, a guitarist who's probably much better than me, but I could at least play rhythm and they could do little like solos and stuff. They could do solos, so it would be fun to play with another player. So I'm thinking about maybe taking a couple classes. I know some good guitarists. I don't know if they offer classes, but if they do, I'm gonna see if they want to do that, and I think that would be awesome. And who knows, maybe here in the future I'll make a video jamming with somebody, or I'll play and my sister, she sings very well, maybe I'll play and she could sing, or maybe I'll learn how to do like a rap beat on here and my buddy Carl can rap while I play and make the beat on the guitar. Alright guys, that was the bonus section. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. You guys are my loyal subscribers, my cherished friends. Appreciate you guys so much. Later.